What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. I want to know what's on your TV. On mine is episode 4, Ready to Love. Last week, the ladies had the power and they came together and they decided to get rid of our brother Carrington. Now, I think it was the right choice, but the ladies had the power, but all that shifted, and the men, we have the power this week. But before we get into this episode, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of it, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button, it's the easiest thing you can do. Now, there have been a few questions. Mo, would you get on this show? Yeah, I'll probably get on there, you know what I'm saying? But where I'm at in my life right now, I don't need to deal with all that stress and drama. But I tell you one thing, I'm making it to at least episode 7, 8, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I might not finish it, but I'm going to 7 or 8. Y'all not getting rid of me early, but that's neither here or there. Let's jump into it. This is episode 4, Ready to Love. Tommy gathers up all the men. Hey, everybody's fly. That's what it's all about. He tells them this week the gentlemen have the power. And what he wants them to do is take out these women, but take them on dates out of their comfort zone. So not just the romantic dinner or anything, because that's easy. That's the easy stuff, but nothing comes easy. I would have raised my hand and said, Tommy, is production going to pay for these out of the comfort zone dates? Because, you know, if I'm paying for a date, I'm going somewhere I want to go. If it's something wild and crazy, y'all got to cover this. But that's just me. I'm very, very frugal. Then Tommy's just telling them, listen, gentlemen, treat these women, get to do some things that you're not used to, and let's see if you can really make it happen. And guess what? Now they have to go on dates with these women. And what was Corey doing? Trying to go on dates with these women. They're on a TV show called Ready to Love. Now they have to go out on dates. Corey was already trying to do this. He was ahead of the game. Now his approach going back to back was a little off. I wouldn't have did it like that. You know what I'm saying? I would have spaced it out and talked to him a little bit. But overall, Corey was not wrong for trying to go on dates, because now he has to go on the dates with the women. I bet none of them say, oh, I'm not going on a date with that guy over there or with that guy over there. It's a dating show. You're supposed to go on dates. Corey, keep doing you, brother. Aisha and Frank are our first date. Now they meet up and everything is good. They make each other smile, but Aisha wants to know, is there something further, you know, because right now they're just surface level. Now Frank admits to her when they first got to the first location that she was his first choice. He just didn't get to connect with her at that time, but he's actually happy that she's around him now. Frank, he really paid attention to everything that she got going on. She has 2 kids, a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old. I'm like, damn, I'm 36, 13, 15. Sheesh. Them kids is old, but that's neither here or there. So for Frank, he's just happy that she's around. And, you know, the connection between these two is actually pretty good. We're going to see how far this goes out, because she's going to need someone that's ready for a pre-made family. Tyrone and Carrie. Now, these two were very interesting. We know that they had a little interest in each other. Also, Tyrone called her one night and said, hey, I can't deal with handling 4 different women at this time, so I'm gonna have to let you go. So when they meet up for their date, that's of course going to be the first thing that they address. And what he says is, I couldn't handle the way you were coming at me, the way you handle your emotions. He says she came at him aggressively. Now, on her defense, she's saying, nah, I came and got your number the same way that Shiloh did, and I knew that she liked you. So Carrie's not really trying to hear that, because she doesn't like the word aggressive. But if that's how Tyrone felt, we already know he has PTSD and he's kind of reserved. So if he felt like you were as aggressive, that's his opinion on the situation. Carrie doesn't want to hear about herself, but this is Tyrone being honest and telling her how he feels. Then they go on. Carrie texted him and asked him about a date that he went on. His date with another woman is none of her business. She texted him at 12:30 at night. He said, ... Now, that's rude to text somebody that late. If it was a guy doing it, they would say, oh, he texts me all late. That's rude. That's the same thing. And then you're questioning this man about another date that he was supposed to go on because it's the TV show. Carrie, I can't rock with you on that one. That will push any man away. Like, don't ask me about what I'm doing with someone else. We're not together. I don't owe you that. But she doesn't want to hear about it. And he tells her it's never a good time to tell somebody you like other women more than her. And now Carrie is saying she felt like the situation could have been handled differently, or better in her words. Now, he was a man. That's what we always hear. They want a man to be honest and upfront. He calls her and tells her, Look, I can't handle 4 women. I'm talking to 3 other ones that I like a little bit more than you. He handled that perfectly. She just doesn't want the rejection and she doesn't want it to be on her. But in this situation, he told her exactly how he was feeling. She said ... question mark. She wanted him to tell her that day. He told her when he was ready that, hey, I'm interested in you, but I'm not going to talk to you. He did nothing wrong. Tyrone was in the right. She just doesn't like the rejection. And I mean, it's like that. No one wants to be rejected, but when it happens, you just gotta take that L and keep it moving. But he told you exactly what he wanted. He didn't want anything to do with you. He didn't lead you on anymore. He wasn't wrong at all. We have a double date. Corey and Courtney, that CNC connection. Cornelius, another C, and then Camille with a K. It's not a C. She made that clear. Now, Camille, she's put all her eggs in one basket. We can tell that she's all over Cornelius. That's her man, her boyfriend, her or whatever that noise was. Now, you can see a little bit of jealousy in her because when Courtney comes, she hugs Cornelius. Now, this is a competition and she sees that her competition is younger, more lively, talking about having sexual relations while she's talking about waiting till marriage. You're 42. Cornelius is not about to wait for no marriage because y'all probably not gonna get married. So hey, the lively one, it's all fair game here. But Corey, he's like, shoot, I got Courtney. You go ahead and keep Camille over there. One thing I can say for Camille, and it's gonna probably push Cornelius away, he can see the jealousy from you, and you keep asking him about Courtney. Oh, are you jealous of them skating together? He's like, what are you asking me about another woman for? Like, unless it's, are you going to be serious with her or are you going to be with me? Then don't ask me about another woman. We're here skating. You and I are supposed to be getting to know each other. I'm not trying to hear about another woman from the woman that I'm on a date with. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Please, somebody in the comments, tell me I'm lying. No one wants to hear that crap. Cornelius and Camille, they're talking. They're getting their one-on-ones. Now, I got to give a shout out to Corey because he's running interference. So Cornelius he can have both of the women he likes there. Now, I only run interference with an attractive woman. Now, if my boy needs me to run interference and it's something ugly, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't take one for the team. Too old for that. And personally, my time is too valuable to be wasted on something that I'm not interested in. Now, they get to talking and she's asking him about the waiting. And do you think the sex would be bad if you waited and then that night comes? And he's looking at her like, nah, I don't think so. Yeah, it ain't gonna be bad with me. Then she asks him about bank accounts. And she's asking him, how's it going? And he's like, oh, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? She says, oh, well, I got some student debt because of 2 masters. I would have said, oh, wait, yo, you 42 years old? You still have student debt on some masters? Like, no. I'm 36. I'm debt free. I'm not trying to bring on no extra debt. That bachelor's over there that I got, free. The master's that I'm finishing in February, free. Actually, they paid me to go to school because I'm using my GI Bill. But there ain't no debt here. You know what I'm saying? Bank accounts are lovely. Investment account, even better. But she's hearing all this because she must have so much debt that she needs someone to actually help her get out of that. She's talking about you take that debt to the grave. Hell, I'd be damned. You'll do that by yourself because I'm not coming into no debt. Let's just be real. I've been debt free since August 19th of 2017. Courtney and Corey, they're over here talking. Now, she does bring up when he was talking to all the girls, but she also mentions that she wanted to get to know him, but she didn't get a chance to at the mixer. She also likes her dudes to be a little bit laid back. Corey, he's over the top. He's dancing and stuff. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a good time. I joke and do all that too. But sometimes you got to be reserved. You got to see what the environment is like. If the vibe isn't like that, just chill out, Corey. Listen a little bit, talk. You know what I'm saying? You can't be goofy all the time. I'm just trying to give y'all a little bit of the game, man. Just a little bit. It's really not that hard to conversate with women. You just got to, go off of their energy. But if they are a little dry, then you got to liven it up. I like what you did there, Corey. So he's talking to Courtney and he's letting her know, I was excited. I got to go on a date with you. So what he did was buy some flowers and he gave it to the skate girl. So when they turned into skates, he could present her with the flowers. And she like, oh, you're so smooth. Hey, all it takes is just a little bit, maybe $24 for this little bouquet of flowers that he got. Hey, he got the hug and he got the grip on a little bit of something. So, hey, Cornelius, if you really gonna go after Courtney, you better quit wasting your time with Camille because Corey is smooth when it goes to these dates. He may not have been good in the mixer, but These one-on-ones, he's hitting it out the park. That's 2 weeks, 2 ladies. He's been satisfying. Walter and Mooming, they go on a date at this little garden type area. Now he names off the flower that's over there, an altissimo climber. Now he didn't know what it was. He just read the card. I didn't know what it was either, so I looked it up. And it's a shrub type plant with spatula and egg-shaped leaves with yellow flowers at the bottom of the branches. So he's like, yeah, I just read the card. So for her, she was interested because she thought he really knew what he was talking about. But see, just that little bit of knowledge, you just go out there, you get a little bit of information. Hey, knowledge is power, people. And Walter, he's doing a good job because they said that they can talk to each other about anything. When they say that they have an attraction for each other, you can actually see it there. And like we said, they can converse about anything. Now, Walter, he's opening up to her and he's just explaining things that have happened in his life. So she hears all this and she wants to do the same. So when someone starts to open up to you and you start to feel comfortable with them, then you're going to give that same energy back. And this is what I was talking about with when Corey was on the screen. You just got to see what the situation is like. Sometimes you got to put yourself out there, gentlemen. Then sometimes you got to be reserved. But in this case, if it's just you two, go ahead, be free, talk about it. But don't give away anything that somebody could use against you. Me personally, there's nothing that you could use against me. You say whatever you want about Mo. I don't care. Life still goes on. Bills are still due on the 1st. The next double date is Shiloh, Dante, Carrie, and Phil. And what they're doing is a workout day. So everybody come in your best clothes. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get loose today. We're going to start off with a little bit of stretching because you don't want to just jump into that workout cold. Got to loosen up a little bit. They're all in here working out with the resistance bands, up above the head. Keep it going, keep it going. They give Carrie the thickest band. So, the thicker the band is, the more resistance it gives. And she like, dang. Whew, whew. She pushes through it, though. I don't think that was fair for her to get that, especially for a warm-up. But, hey, she made it through it, though. Now, Phil, he's going to take Shiloh, and they're going to walk out so everybody can get their little one-on-one time. Shiloh and Phil, in the words of Shiloh, they have this, this little chill connection between them. It's real good. Everything is good. And you can tell the energy between them is exactly what you want with somebody you're attracted to. They're here, they're talking about meditation and stuff. You're talking about, I may not, be a part of that. But she's also saying that she likes the closeness of the two. And he's making her smile. So we're going to see where it goes from here. Because from the mixer, they seen each other. And hey, they're both attractive people. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? Dante's with Carrie, and she says she can sense that he may not be really into her. They're just on this date. So she's trying to dig a little bit deeper. Now, if someone seems like they are interested in you, I'm not digging any deeper. It's like, oh well, I take that one as an L. I guess I'll sit here till the next date goes on. But she's asking him, what does he like and does he like her? And he's like, it may be sexual, but I don't see any kind of chemistry between these two. And he's sitting there. She asks him, does he want to get married? And he's like, I'll get married. Me personally, would I get married again? I don't know, maybe in like 5 years or something like that, 5-10 years. I don't know, maybe not, probably not. She didn't ask him, does he want kids? He's like, man, I got kids. I'm just looking for a connection with somebody. So what he's looking for is just a life partner at this point. He'd already had the kids and stuff. And man, at this age, I ain't got no kids, so I can understand for him. Like, man, I already got 2. I don't want to start all over. But this conversation comes to a halt, and she's sitting there, and they're just looking at each other. Yeah, I don't have any questions. We're just here. A production cut. These two, hey, they haven't left this couch face to face the whole time. These are the kind of conversations you want. You know what I'm saying? You can joke around. You can be serious. Y'all can, touch on each other a little bit. These are the conversations you want. She's talking about she wants a man that's going to spoil her. She's going to spoil him. He pours her cup. She pours his cup. They overflowing. Now, this is a love story in the making, but this is what you want your relationship to be like, even if it is just in the beginning, because everything isn't always up. Tasia and Frank, they go on a date. Now, we know Frank being there, shaking it up, doing the mixing of the drinks and everything. Now, Tasia admits that Frank was never in her list of people she was attracted to. But you hear that? She had a list of men she wasn't attracted to. So when men say they aren't attracted to her, it shouldn't be, it's because of her size. They just aren't attracted to her, just like she wasn't attracted to Frank at first. But he's making her a drink, and I just had to put that out there because you always hear all this chatter, blah, blah, blah. But that's just people overthinking situations. he's making her a drink and he named it after her. So we're going to see where this goes. Sadia and Naeem, they go on a date. Now these two, they get in there, they're kicking it off. And the first thing she asks is, if your friends had to describe you, how would they describe you? He would say, I'm a protector. I'm always going to put my woman first and make sure she's good. So she also asked, do you spoil? And he said, yeah, I spoil with my love and affection. So everything isn't about materials, fellas. Ladies also. So she's like, it could be a little more than that too. But what he's saying is, I'm going to spoil you with me, my money and stuff. We don't need that. If there's a connection between us two, yeah, I'm going to spend some bread, but don't expect to be spoiled with the money. You know what I'm saying? Be spoiled with me. Since Frank wasn't high on her list of the men that she was attracted to, they haven't really spoke to each other. So he's trying to tell her, this is the environment that I want us to get in so we could actually talk. Now, she's asking him about the barrier, pretty much him keeping himself reserved, because you only open up to a certain amount of people. You can't open up to everyone. That's just bad. That goes for women and men. So he's about to explain this to us, and she's just saying, because we had the mixer, we had that first little event, and now here we are. So what is it, Frank? If there's no connection, then no one's going to open up, because she hasn't opened up to him either. So that's just because there's no connection from either one of them. Back to Naeem. Well, we know Zadia, she says she spoils herself and she gets what she wants. So he's saying, I'm willing to learn, see what you like and stuff. And I want to keep a smile on your face. She does tell him, though, if I lose this smile on my face, hey, it get ugly, man. Things ain't gonna be good. So he makes a little joke talking about, yeah, she gets what she wants. He's like, dang, I heard you, dang. So what she's saying is keep her happy at all times. Because once things go bad, you had one bad time, she just told you right now up front that she's getting up out of here. She was joking. She was for real. When things don't go her way, she's going to leave. All right. This is coming from Frank. This has nothing to do with Mo. He's talking to her and she's talking about her career, and everything he said, the conversation is always leading back to her career. She has her own little tech startup. She could work her own hours. She does this. So there's no conversation that's being had. He's sitting here and he's trying to talk to her and, learn some things. Who are your friends? What do you do to have fun? But the conversation is all around her degrees and what she does at work. We get it. You're successful. A lot of us are successful. We don't talk about that. Because there's more to life than just working and getting money. We're supposed to meet people. And that's what he's trying to do. But he said he's sensing this weird vibe. And this weird vibe is she wasn't attracted to Frank from the get-go. She's just here just to be here. But hey, Frank's trying. Tommy brings in all the men because it's time. We at the man cave. We need to figure out which women we're feeling, which women we aren't, because someone has to go home. So we're going to break down what the guys say, and then we're going to get to these eliminations. Corey talks about Mumin being his first pick. Now, we seen last week he hit it off good with Mumin. Then this week he got Courtney. That's 2 women, 2 weeks straight, and no one expected him to do good at all. But this just shows he went above and beyond with the opportunity he was given to go on a date with Courtney. He went and bought the flowers, wrapped it up himself, and put a bow tie on it. Now, a lot of men don't get an opportunity. Women see something. Oh, he's not tall enough. He's not this. We seen him talking to all the other women. But when he actually gets these one-on-one, he treats that woman very special. So all I'm saying is, fellas, when you get an opportunity, make the best of it. Tyrone, he didn't push Carrie to the side, got her out the way, but Shiloh is his number one. He said they getting them late night convos in. He's seeing the future that can be built with her. So Tyrone, he was in the shell at first. We seen him sitting around at the mixer. No one was really talking to him, but hey, when he singled out the one that he likes, that boy's putting in work. Naeem says his is Adaya. They went to the little mixology thing. They connected. So he's like, yeah, that's where mine is. I can see the future with this one. But now we need to see which women we aren't really feeling. Now, the first lady on the chopping block is Miss Tasia. Now, she's a very nice woman, but we're going to see where this goes. The next one on the chopping block is Miss Carrie. So these two, Tasia and Carrie, let me know who y'all think is going to get eliminated and why. Cornelius is the one talking to her, and what he tells her is some of the guys, they feel like that barrier is up and you're not actually talking to them. You're just telling them about your job and your career. And that's what we seen Frank was talking about. Everything was just about her career, nothing about her personal life. So it's her whole focus is on how successful she is, but not really on living life. Now they tell Carrie, the gentlemen haven't been able to make a strong connection with you either. Now, these two are both in the bottom, so that just means the connections really aren't there. That's what it really boils down to. So unfortunately, they couldn't find a good connection with Carrie, and she's the one that has to go home this evening. Now, Carrie explains before she leaves that she feels like she didn't have enough time. It's a short period of time, but it wasn't enough to get to know everybody. She had the same amount of time as everyone. The only thing is she was so hung up on Tyrone telling her that he couldn't handle talking to an extra woman that she wasn't really talking to anybody else. So that's not really anyone's fault except for hers for not having good time management. At the end of the day, this is a TV show and it is a competition. So I know you have your own regular life going on, but you still have to be out making those connections. And that's what I was saying with Tasia. There's more to life than just working and making money. You got to actually live it. All right, there you go. Episode 4 of Ready to Love. Did the right person get eliminated? Let me know what you guys think. But I'm Mo.J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.